Well, boys, finally after a year and a half, we're doing it. For those of you who don't know, we stream over on Twitch. I would probably say multiple 4 nights a week, and I've been doing that for the last year and a half. And I've constantly said we are going to record on YouTube, we're going to put out some long form content, and unfortunately, I just never have. But from here on out, that's going to change because we've got a good couple plans in the books. Coming up with a YouTube plan for someone like me is tough because what they like to call game hop quite a lot. I can go from sinking 200 hours worth of Rocket League in there in a short period of time to going and playing Path of Exile for 60 hours over the course of a week and a half. Unhealthy, I don't recommend. But at the end of the day, when you're doing YouTube, you need to have a niche. And mine, I think, it's going to be all of it. Yeah, I'm not going to try and sit here and stick to just one game because honestly, that's just never worked for me. When I sat there and played Rocket League all the time, I ended up absolutely despising the game. When I sat there and played Diablo 4, that's just bad game, but that's beside the point. When I stick to one thing, it just ends up being too much. I start to care too much about whatever game it is. Don't ask me why, I don't know. So that's why we're gonna divvy up a whole bunch of games onto one channel. Yeah, I go all over the place. I'll do Overwatch, I'll play Valorant, I'll play CSGO, play Path of Exile, Last Epoch when that comes out. So our variety is going to be pretty wide, I would say. The plan with what we're going to do is we're going to try to upload basically around what is going on at the time. So for example, as we kind of get into February, we have Last Epoch launching, which I am very, very excited for, and I'm going to try to make some long form content on it. But at the same time, we also have Overwatch coming on, and that is just two completely different audiences. So I'm going to try to make videos as often as I can, kind of explaining what I'm playing, how I feel about the state of the game and everything like that. But we're going to kind of gear it to what's going on at the time. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be the one that you go to for every single little patch notes that they just buffed Sombra in Overwatch and you need to know how this affects your DPS scale per second. But I will say I do keep up with games a lot more than I kind of think I do. So I think for me personally, when I'm going through a game like Last Epoch, we're going to gear our content a lot towards Last Epoch when that game is going on. We're going to kind of give breakdowns, what we like about the game, what we don't like about the game. How we feel about it going forward, potential, how much are we going to play, maybe if we have a certain class that we like, we'll touch on a little bit, but not, like I said, not full guide breakdown. I do want to keep videos short though. I don't want to put out some 30-minute thing about how I feel about Path of Exile or what goes down in the new league or something like that. I want to keep it kind of short, just what my views are, what I kind of think about the game, what class I like, and just kind of keep it simple. Maybe when things are, let's say, hot in the game, maybe I'm going in on Diablo 4's new season, I doubt it, but say I'm going in on it and we need to make a video because Valorant decided to add a $2,400 gun that does 140 body shot for the same price as a Guardian, and we'd make a video on that, maybe talk about how we don't like that because we do have a little bit of Valorant background. But as far as just sticking to one game, kind of going off of patch notes and things like that, that's just not something that we're going to do here. I quite frankly don't have the time to keep up with all these games. So I guess the big looming question is going forward, then what's next? What are we going to do? What's going to be the first thing that we cover? The plan's going to be simple. Whatever we're playing, we're going to make some videos on it. We're going to give feedback, maybe talk about the things, again, that we like, that we don't like. So for example, right now, Last Epoch is mainly the game that I'm streaming a lot on Twitch. A little bit of Rocket League here and there, but it's mostly Last Epoch. We're planning on recording another video kind of talking about the game, what we like, what we don't like. That video hopefully will get in the works within the next couple of days. Ultimately, we would like to start uploading. We're going to set the goal for monthly, but realistically, I would much rather do weekly. I'd rather get weekly videos out, kind of detailing like what I'm playing, what we're going to be gearing towards, obviously barring some big like gaming news of something that we play. So we're going to ride out a lot of Last Epoch as we kind of approach to 1.0. Their launch, I think, is February 21st. It's either the 20th or the 21st of February, which will be kind of right around the same time as Overwatch Season 9, which if you don't know is like a massive rework to the rank system, something I feel like everyone has been asking for, and the game has been keeping up pretty well since they decided to ditch PvP completely. I know they ditched PvE, that makes a lot of people upset. I never played Overwatch 1. When I got into Overwatch 2, I liked it. I don't think it's a bad game. I know support players are a little upset right now because our job isn't to put out as much damage, but overall I think Overwatch is in a good state, and Season 9's rank changes are going to be absolutely massive. But I'll probably be talking a lot about Last Epoch, the things that we want to kind of see them do at launch. It's going to be a big ARPG year. We have Diablo 4's new Season 3 coming out at the end of January. I'm like very 50-50 on. I'm not sure if I'm going to play too much of it. It looks like it's kind of a big step back from Season 2, but the chat is in, it's actually today, so I'm going to need to watch that, and then maybe we'll decide what we're going to do. I'll probably make a video on Last Epoch just talking about, I made custom builds, I did a build guide, kind of what I think a new player should do. Where does it kind of stand in the middle of the ARPG world with the genre kind of growing so quickly? I'll probably voice my opinion on it. We'll kind of see how it goes at launch. I'll give a review on what I think of the game, its growth and everything like that it could do. Honestly, I think Path of Exile's new league comes out about maybe a week or two later. Last one started in December-ish, so it would make sense it comes out in like late February, early March. So I'm not really anticipating a whole lot of Last Epoch content, because there will be the Overwatch to get into, and then there will be Path of Exiles that comes around as well, because now that I'm really deep diving into that game, I'm gonna play it a lot. I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be bad. And then as far as streaming goes, even though I'm trying to get a lot more out on YouTube, I really don't want it to affect streams too much. I like what we have going. I'm usually live around like 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern time. There's a 7-month-old, so sometimes earlier, sometimes later. It's just how it is. I'll probably still be playing a lot of Last Epoch. We've been doing a little bit of Rocket League lately, just because we've devoted 3,000 hours to it. I'm always going to stream it from time to time until Epic truly runs it into the ground. But yeah, I just wanted to get this video out there for myself, and more importantly, like the Twitch community, because we've talked so much about how we want to start recording stuff for YouTube and kind of just giving people more content to consume. And to be honest, like, I've just been lazy on it, and I totally own up for that. So going forward, YouTube kind of will just be about what games we're playing, what we got going on streams, our reviews of the games, how we're feeling, what's gonna last, what's not gonna last, and then we'll take it from there. So going forward, the goal will be monthly uploads on YouTube. If I don't upload monthly, you guys can shred me, do whatever you need to do. We're gonna try and go for weekly. We are absolutely gonna try to go for weekly, but the goal is monthly, and from there we'll adjust. Almost 2 a.m. Your boy's gonna try to go to bed so we can get to streaming some more Rocket League and whatnot tomorrow, and this baby could wake up at any given moment, Lord knows. I also just remembered that we have Destiny 2's The Final Shape coming in June. It's gonna be a long summer. Hopefully PoE 2 closed beta, we'll have Destiny, and I can finally stop giving Bungie money for an expansion. We're gonna be slammed.